I'm out at Providence Classical Christian School, and I just spoke to Ron on the phone, and we came up with an idea of what we could do out here to put curbing around the landscaping here and around the landscaping here and on this curbing until you get to that first big rock there. Purpose of this bid is to, number one, hold the bark back, especially on this left side of the entrance. That bark sits a lot higher and the bark falls down. Any kind of wind comes in, it'll knock that bark down onto the sidewalk. Purpose number two is to keep kids from shortcutting from that gravel path there through the bark and causing a mess here. Okay, so we're going to go with a form and pour type of curbing. So on this side right here, what we would do is we would form and pour curbing right on top of this sidewalk. So the back side of this new curb would be on the back side of the sidewalk. So starting from that pipe right there, that drain pipe where the joint is, we would do a 6-inch wide by 4-inch tall curbing all the way around this to the edge of that sidewalk. So this measurement right here, 7 feet. And then I'm going to go that plus this here. So that's a total of 29 feet. So 29 feet of 6-inch wide by 4-inch tall curbing that would get poured right on top here. Okay, and I'd like to have us put some rebar stakes in, every so many feet. So let's do one on each column there, or one on each joint. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 pieces of rebar there along here. And the reason why is because we were talking about the idea of them doing a surface mounted railing on top of that curb. So that's 29 feet right there of 4 by 6 inch form and pour curbing here with rebar stakes drilled in to the concrete. Right here you've got extruded curb, and this extruded curb, in order for it to match this here height wise, we'd have to saw cut and remove this curbing, which is a 6 by 6 curb. That's 10 feet. Okay, so we would remove 10 feet of 6 by 6 curbing, and then what we would do is we would pour this wall in here, and we could pour it at the same time as we form this. Okay, but what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go 6 inches plus 4 inches to match this right here. So this would be a 6-inch wide by 10-inch section that we would have to form and pour to this corner. That's 10 feet. Okay, so we'll have to pour in 10 feet of 6-inch wide by 10-inch tall curb right there. Over on this left side, we'll kind of do the same thing as far as height goes. We'll do a 4 by 6 inch curb right here, and we'll put it right on top. We'll add rebar stakes in the end to hold that curb in nicely. So we'll put 1, 2, 3. We could probably just put 3 stakes in here. Okay, so this is 7 feet right here. Okay, we'll make sure 7 feet plus this right here. This will all be 4 by 6 inch curb. It comes out to 24 feet of curb right there. 24 feet of 6-inch wide by 4-inch curb. The back side of this curb would run right along the edge of the sidewalk. And then right here, we'll transition. As you can see, this is a ramp that goes down. So what we'll do is we'll go from 4-inch, and then we will go to 6-inch down here. So at the end here, it'll be 6-inch tall, and then down here it'll be 4 inches tall. So hopefully what we can do here is have this surface be level. this will be level all the way across. So 4 inches right there, 6 inches right there. We want to make this level, okay? We'll, in this section here, we will form and pour this curbing right on top of the existing curb. So we'll say this is a 5-inch average on the height here, 14. For bidding purposes, let's just call it a let's just call it a 6x6 curb here on this section. That's 14 feet right there. And then we would take this here, continue with a 6x6 curb, and then what we would do is we would just stop right at this rock here, and that's 41 feet. So we've got 41 feet of curb going all the way down and all the way to there. We're going to use a 6x6 inch dimension on that, even though it's going to be probably about a 5-inch average there. Well, we're just going to go with that one size there for bidding purposes and go to there. So 41 feet all the way up to that corner, okay? This will allow the potential of putting a 3-foot railing or 4-foot railing, some sort of railing that could be potentially surface mounted on top of this curbing, okay? Another thing we want to try to consider here is when forming and pouring this, we want to try to drive some rebar stakes into this curb as well. So we'll have to drill those in the roto hammer. And I would say we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 8 rebar pins drilled into that curbing in order to hold this new curbing in on top of that. Okay, so I think that's all I needed for now on measurements, and we'll go from there.